Greeting and hello everyone. This is an assignment for SSP2034 Modern Political Thought. We are going to make a movie review on Animal Farm, a cartoon adapted by George Orwell book.
Our team members are Izzatul Fatihah binti Aidil, Leeroy Garet anak Edwin Linggie, Khairunisha binti Seferi, Norhafizah binti Rahman, and Vianniey Giardince Ajong.
A group of intelligent animals overthrow the corrupt human owner and set up their self-sustained farm, predicted on an idealistic credo. All animals are created equal. No animal shall ever drink liquor. 4 legs good, 2 legs bad, and more. But when Snowball the pig is overthrown by the despotic Napoleon, all idealism goes out the window, and soon the pigs are ruling dictatorially over the other animals. Before long, Animal Farm operates on but one principle: all animals are created equal, but some are more equal than others. Napoleon leads the animals into John's house. They agree that it is no place for them, but Napoleon sneaks back inside afterwards. A trader named Viper starts doing business with Napoleon. Squill announced that the chickens will produce eggs for consumption, but they did rebel, causing Napoleon to summon his dogs. At a show trial, animals are sent into exile, and the words "without cause" are added to the edict about them not killing each other.
The two themes on the Animal Farm movie are power and rights.
What is power? Most people have an intuitive notion of what it means. Power is here defined in terms of relations between peoples and is expressed in simple symbolic notation. Power is related to taking of decisions and for implementation of those decisions. In this movie, we can see the concept of power when Snowball works at teaching the animals to read, and Napoleon takes a group of young puppies to educate them in the principles of animalism. When Mr. Jones reappears to take back his farm, the animals defeat him again in what comes to be known as the Battle of the Cowshed and take the farmer's abandoned gun as a token of their victory. As time passes, however, Napoleon and Snowball increasingly quibble over the future of the farm, and they begin to struggle with each other for power and influence among the other animals. Snowball constructs a seam to build an electricity generating windmill, but Napoleon solidly opposed the plan. At the meeting to vote on whether to take up the project, Snowball gives a passionate speech. Although Napoleon gives only a brief retort, he then makes a strange noise and 9 attack dogs the puppies and Napoleon had confiscated in order to educate burst into the barn and chase Snowball from the farm. Napoleon assumes leadership of Animal Farm and declares that there will be no more meetings. We can see how Napoleon abused power through this scene. Briefly, Napoleon abused his powers, making life harder for the animals. During this time, the pigs also decided to start altering their own laws. No animal shall sleep in the beds is changed to no animals shall sleep in beds with sheets. When the pigs are discovered to have been sleeping in the old farmhouse, no animal shall drink alcohol is changed to no animals shall drink the alcohol to excess when the pigs discover the farmer's whiskey. Despite this, most animals keep believing that the pigs are acting in the best interest for animals.
In Niccolo Machiavelli's book The Prince, he stated that one must imitate the fox and the lion, for the lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves. One must therefore be a fox to recognize traps and lion to frighten wolves. This can be seen in Snowball's personality, where he is not aware of the enemies, which Machiavelli stated as the wolves. Snowball might be an intelligent ruler, but he is not aware that Napoleon had said something bad for him. Therefore, to maintain his power as a leader, Snowball does not supposed to be kind all the time and must break rules when the enemies are putting him at disadvantages. This is important to gain the sovereignty of the society. Wherever law ends, tyranny begins. This statement was mentioned by John Locke in his book 2 of Two Treatises of Government. In this statement, Locke stated that aside from the citizens, even the rulers and the magistrates are under the sovereignty of the law. Therefore, if any of the rulers violates the law, he may be opposed, as he invades the right of another. Jean-Jacques Rousseau stated that, with regard to power, it should be incapable of all violence and never exerted except by virtue of status and the laws. This means no one shall do violence, despite of what power the person holds. Napoleon's abuse of his power should not be happen, as all animals should be treated equal.
Next, I would like to talk about concept of rights. According to Nitisha 2015, the concept of rights first appeared in the theory of natural law, which exists in the state of nature. In the state of nature, people enjoyed certain rights sanctioned by natural law. The natural law, in fact, ruled the society and nobody had any power to violate the natural rights and natural law. It was also maintained that both natural law and natural rights were based on morality. According to the movie, which can be discussed about concept of rights is where in the beginning, the animals get the equal rights when the leader, Snowball, give those 7 rules which emphasize on equalities among the animals. After Napoleon became the leader, he did not give any rights towards the animals. In fact, he just used them for his own benefits. For example, as we see in this scene, the animals were forced to build the windmill. Without care how small or how capable they are in doing the work, they were asked to do the work on time and finish at the time that have been set.
Based on what we had learned in class, we can relate to Thomas Hobbes in Social Contract. Point of view about Thomas Hobbes' analysis in Leviathan indicated that individuals had the natural right to survive. In Leviathan, Hobbes argued that men in the state of nature have a right of nature to use their ability to survive. However, in the state of nature, a state of war, Hobbes does not reason that others have a corresponding disabilities, liability, or duty to respect another's right of survival. Using this definition of human nature, natural right will be understood as the typical right that humans grant each other across all societies and culture. Natural rights are those rights in common to human society. One problem with this approach is that there are likely no rights that are in common to all societies. It is easier to think of societies that have denied universal right to life, liberty, and property. Example, any slave society. Further, the idea of natural right as common right seems to very strongly imply that natural rights are not different or more special than cultural right.
Realizing that things have become worse than ever for the nature, all of the animals unite to overthrow Napoleon. The animals march upon the farmhouse, forcing Napoleon to call his guard dog for help, only to see the dogs are now drunk. The pigs are too afraid to overpower their infuriated attackers. Napoleon, now helpless, is unable to defend himself, as he and his fellow pigs are trampled to death, avenging Snowball's death as well as Boxer death. Benjamin stands in the grim triumph as he and his fellow animals retake their farm.